Oga is that because I'm scared and I don't want problem with him and other people. Because when all these people are involved, I was surprised. I will always say, Oga, this, and I told Oga, I said, please, sir, we have to watch and let your intelligent people walk around. I didn't give details. Then he asked me, he said, is that all? I was scared. No, he asked me. But you see, I don't know what happened. Because you yourself, you remember you called me one time and you say you will try and find time. You know, before you were, I know your job was too much. You always have me find time sometimes to see. When this thing spread like this, I don't know whom I'm to trust, to talk to.
But sir, even if you don't trust the whole world, you have Oga to trust. You saw him, we didn't talk to him.
I couldn't give him the full detail.
Yes, okay, sir. Why did you could have write this thing?
Yes, you are quite correct.
But you didn't do so, sir.
You know, I should be held responsible. I won't tell you lies.
Our unsung hero for today is Major General Abdulkareem Adisa, born on the 22nd of August 1948 and passed away on the 25th of February 2005. He was a Nigerian Major General who was military governor of Oyo State between August 1990 and January 1992 during the military regime of General Ibrahim Babangida. Abdulkareem Adisa was born in Ilorin, now Kwara State. He attended Quranic school in Ilorin between 1951 and 1953 and received his elementary education at Catholic Primary School Ibusu Gboro, Ibadan from 1953 to 1958. He got his secondary school education at Nigerian Military School Zaria from 1962 to 1965 and started his time in the Nigerian Army as an officer cadet in 1967 with the Nigerian Defense Academy Kaduna, where he graduated in 1970.
Sir, I want you to look at it this way. Look at me, sir. Calm down, sir. Transfer the whole thing now to me to handle for you. That's why I'm here.
Yes, please, I'm very grateful.
But you don't trust me by telling me the truth.
No, what do you want me to say again, my brother?
Tell me, sir, exactly the thing. Nothing, honestly, sir.
That is why I told you the plan. I don't have proof.
General Abdulkareem Adisa was appointed military governor of Oyo State in August 1990 by the military president, General Ibrahim Babangida, holding office until January 1992. He was a no-nonsense governor and was well respected generally by the citizens. General Sani Abacha, who became head of state in November 1993, appointed him Minister of Works and Housing. He investigated the conduct of his predecessor at the ministry, Alhaji Lateef Kayode Jakonde, and absolved him of any wrongdoing. He continued the national housing policy initiated by Lateef Jakonde, which planned to build affordable units across Nigeria, but more than double the price of each house. During his term of office, deposits for the houses were used to award contracts for infrastructure to the sites.
They rattled him here and there. I heard little of what he was saying, but all she said, you.
What did they say I've told him now?
Many things.
Oh, you.
But you see, I'm not the one investigating. I'm only focusing for your behalf.
Look, all these people, if it's possible, let them come. Let's bring two of us together if it's possible.
It will be an embarrassment for you. Tell me to soften the thing before they begin to talk to you. You know they could have come to talk to you, the SIP people. I stopped it all.
Thank you very much.
The officer didn't tell you. Yes. I am delaying, so that when you tell us, we will now know what and what to do. Believe me.
In December 1997, Abdulkareem Adisa was arrested on charges of participating in a coup attempt against General Sani Abacha, along with Lieutenant General Oladipo Dia, Major General Tajuddin Olarinwaju, and others. He was tried and found guilty on 28 April 1998. In June 1998, he was on death row when Abacha suddenly died. In March 1999, Nigeria's outgoing military government granted state pardons to Adisa and the other convicts of the coup attempt. He appeared before the Human Rights Violation Commission of Nigeria, confirming that he heard of the 4-point agenda just 9 days before his arrest for participating in a coup from General Oladipo Dia and was informed about the coup by nobody else apart from him. He also confessed that he begged for mercy to save his life from Major Hamza
Now, General Dia General Dia told the commission, of 4 points demand and set up by Bamai and others. I want you to reflect back to 1997. Can you tell the commission who originated the 4-point demand? Do you know who?
My Lord, I'm very happy with this question.
We are coming to serious questions. Just answer the questions I asked.
No, because
Do you know the originator?
I don't know the originator.
Now, when did you become aware of the 4-point demand?
Thank you very much. That's what I'm trying to go to.
No, don't jump. Just listen to me. I will guide you properly.
Okay. 4-point demand was told to me by General Dia. Nobody else briefed me on anything except General Dia. And what he told me was that General Bameyi and others, that's under GOCs, came to him and told him a 4-point demand. And he said, what does that mean? Because I'm not in inner caucus, so I wouldn't know much of what is happening. But I know he was only relating what has happened before between himself and other GOCs and General Bameyi especially to me. And when he told me that they are going to, this is what the first he said, whether I've seen General Bameyi, and I said I have not seen him because I was told he's preparing for Chief of Army Staff Conference. And this was just...
It was to hold where?
In Enugu.
Good.
And this what I'm talking about is just, the whole involvement of mine is just about 9 days before my arrest. 9 days before my arrest. So, when he told me about, this is 4 points, whether I've seen General Bameyi, and I told him I've not seen him. He told me this is what they are trying to do. And so, I mean, he narrated the whole story, and I said, I told him, what does that mean, 4-point demand? In case the man refused to accept 4-point demand, what 4-point demand, what will happen? It means that if he failed and the people already, they have already met him, or they have already encountered with him, what will happen after that? It means that in case he refuses, then they will force him to accept it. And that's what it means, that you are trying to overthrow the, because if you arrest Abacha or something, that would mean you overthrow the government.
Now,
Adisa died in a London hospital on February 25, 2005 from injuries sustained in a car accident. His body was returned for burial in Ilorin, the Kwara state capital, on 27 February 2005 in a ceremony attended by many prominent people, including 3 former state governors and General Ibrahim Babangida. On 23 June 2009, President Umaru Yar'Adua granted a presidential pardon to Abdulkareem Adisa and others convicted of treason for the Sani Abacha coup attempts. The following are excerpts from his book, Loyal Command, an autobiography of Major General Abdulkareem Alabi Adisa, published by Grandex Nigeria Limited and first published in 1999. By the second quarter of 1997, I was finalizing this work and thought it should be ready for publication in the next few months. Then General Sani Abacha made another cabinet change. I was not retained. To me, the cabinet position which General Abacha afforded me was in the nature of military posting. At that juncture, one or two things could happen. I could either be retired or given another military posting. Days after the change, the retirement letter did not arrive, and the only thing to look forward to was a military posting. It was not that I had not had whiffs about rumors concerning my possible posting. There was the speculation that a general redeployment in the top hierarchy of the army was to take place, and I might be made the Chief of Army Staff or something much more important. I guess the rumor had their basis on the conception of my role in the General Sani Abacha government. The general belief was that I was one of his staunchest supporters. When you add that to my pronouncements of supporting, it might have been difficult to say that the perception was wrong. I had not served the mandatory 35 years, nor had I attained the retirement age of 60 years. I was still enjoying my career and would gladly continue if I was not retired. But as I had expressed somewhere in this work and many times in public, Allah had been good to me. I had a good career and would gladly retire to Ilorin and my farm. But rather than get a lift in my career or a letter to disengage from the army, there came December 21st, 1997, an anticlimax to an otherwise beautiful career. The questions that people had asked me included, why should I, a branded apostle of General Sani Abacha and an ardent caller for the general to continue in office, plot against him? That is a long story that I intend to tell separately and before long, because it is a watershed in my life. Some have argued that the story is better written as part of this. They say it is the latest part of my life and that the triumph of good over evil is too attractive a story to be told immediately and not later. It is a watershed in my life, and as a watershed, it needs its own life, standing its own ground and telling its own story. It cannot be an appendage of any other. It is big enough, important enough to be told separately. I am insisting on the publication of this because it is a story on its own. To read this first will enable people to judge me on the basis of the facts that I shall present in the follow-up. Abdulkareem, Adisa, Ilorin, June 1999. Unfortunately, we never had the privilege of reading that text because the general passed on the 25th of February 2005.
Now, do you know one Major Isiaku?
I know one Major Isiaku is an artillery officer, and that is my main specialist in the army. I'm an artillery officer, bombarding, tracking.